Right, so the battery is nearly flat again. I can't believe it. All these videos I'm doing. So I've had to put the my charger thing on the chair because the wire wouldn't reach. So now I'm trying to get the freaking Bluetooth to work. Hang on, just a minute. Hang on. Oh, damn it! I've just remembered something. Yeah, every time I go into Bluetooth settings, it stops the video, so the video is gonna just cut off again. I turn the Bluetooth on, but it might not be paired. So yeah, it probably won't be paired. So, oh God. So I'm going to stop the video again because I've got to figure this out. Right, so the reason why I was having problems downloading the updates is what I said earlier. I had the MAC address blocked in my router, and I was able to log into my router and unblock it for now. So yeah, what happened was during the installation of Zorin, it must have used a different MAC address, a temporary MAC address while it was doing the updates during the installation. But once it had installed, it reverted to using the actual host computer's MAC address, and that was blocked on the internet. So the reason I couldn't get any updates was because of that. Anyway, as you can see, it's all updated now. I'm getting Firefox updated. Yeah, it's working. So there's these little tiny little bars over here. There's like little tiny. That's progress. So it's moving slowly. It's still working though. My internet is generally poor anyway because of I'm on the 3 network and it's not being very good. But it says here that there's 2 updates and it's doing them at the moment. So anyway, when it's finished all that, I'm gonna see about installing Kden Live. So I'll have to do that manually, but it'll be in the Explore folder. But I'm just gonna let it do its thing for now because I don't want to upset it. I want to just let it do what it's doing. So we're definitely working okay, and I've set a few other things up. As you can see, I've set the dark background. I don't like it when it's bright and glary, and not only does it waste a lot of electricity because it burns your monitor out and everything, but it's hard on the eyes when it's really bright. And I like the dark desktop because it's not, you can read the text, but I can read the text a lot better. Anyway, so I think I'm just going to end the video for today because I've been doing such a lot of videos, and I think I'm going to continue later on after I've plugged all my other hard drives in. There's no point in me showing you that. You've seen where the leads go. I mean, I'm going to plug all those leads back in after I finish doing all these updates because I've got to go and configure my boot menu then, and that's another thing. Well, it's not a big deal. It's fairly straightforward, but I'll probably won't be doing that till tomorrow anyway. So bye for now. Okay, I've got the hard drives all plugged back in. I haven't booted up yet though because I have to go into the I'm hoping I got all the SATA drives in the right hole, so I think I did, because yeah. So what I've got to do now is go, as soon as it starts up, I've got to go into the GAG boot setup menu. I'm hoping that there's no nasty surprises. So let's power up. I've got to press the S key as soon as my GAG boot menu comes up. Come on, don't crash on me. Why is it not seeing anything? Am I in the right HDMI?
That's weird. Did I actually plug the HDMI in? I'm sure I did. Hang on a minute. Is it HDMI 2 or 3? It's definitely that one. Oh, damn it. Why didn't I see the... Hang on a minute, this is not right. Something's wrong. Can't get my arm on the back. What is the damn thing? Don't you fall out. Hang on a minute. What the heck? I hope my BIOS hasn't been messed up. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, it can't be that. No, because the screen was working before, so can't be that. What the hell is going on here? Hang on. That's come off. Bloody hell. Hang on. Where's my HDMI? I'm sure I'm in the right hole. Where's my torch gone? Someone's not right somewhere. Hang on a minute. I am plugged in. Oh, did I pull the other end out? Oh, maybe I pulled the other end out. That could be what it is. I bet it. No, that seems right. Huh. Let's try again. I'll turn it off. Oh, damn it, it just beeped then. I turned it off. Oh, let's try the Del key this time. I'm going to BIOS. Right, I'm in BIOS, but there's nothing showing up on the screen. What the hell? What's going on? Hang on a minute. I'm going to pause the video a minute. Oh god, I was panicking for a bit. I got my BIOS up, but now it's stuck in. I think it's because I left that cable plugged into that CD drive that's not got a power lead on. I don't know. Let's just try again. Something weird going on here. Press Control Alt Delete. Oh, it's stuck. What the heck? I'm going to press reset. Right, try it again. I'll wait until it beeps this time. Right, now press Del. How to pause. I hope Linux didn't do something to my BIOS, because now I can't boot up. I don't know what's going on. I'll plug my other drives back in. Something's not right somewhere. The only thing I could do is to unplug all the other drives again. Plug them in one by one to figure out what's going on. There could be a conflict. Could be a hardware conflict, I'm not sure. I'm a bit concerned about an entry I saw in the when Linux was updating. There was a message posted about multiple booting being disabled. I hope not. I don't know if it meant grub was just being disabled. I think it was just grub, the grub, which is the multi-boot menu. Anyway, I'm going to have to unplug all my other drives again and try again. Well, I decided to unplug one drive at a time because otherwise them labels might be falling off. If I unplug one drive at a time until I figure out which is causing me a problem, because there's a conflict somewhere. Okay, so I just did a live stream a few minutes ago. So I've just swapped, let's see, SATA drives. I swapped SATA drive 3 with SATA drive 6. And I also swapped SATA drive 5 with SATA drive 2. And now we've got boot order. We've got a hidden system, which is at the top of the list, which is my Windows boot drive, which is good because I need all the boot drives to be in the first 3, basically. So the crucial Linux file system is on number 3. So that worked out good because I've got a bootable drive there, which is Linux file system, and the first boot drive is now at number 1 position under Linux, which is good because that says unknown, but it's because it's hidden. If you look, it says hidden FTF NTFS. That's because it's a system drive, and I did actually ask for the GAG bootloader to hide it for me. Now I don't think GAG's actually operating at the moment because I have to install it on the Linux drive, the Linux disk as well. So yeah, basically when you swap drives around, the GAG boot, the GAG bootloader
menu system. It installs on the primary, the first disk, and I think I accidentally installed it on the terabyte disk, which is not bootable because it says, yeah, it's not a bootable device. So the WC is also in the right position now because it's not a bootable device. Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, that's, oh, I thought it was the bootable disk, but oh, that's the new SD. That's the new SATA drive I've just bought in it. It's the blank one. That's at position number 4 now. So maybe I need to swap. Hang on a minute. Do I need to swap number 4 with number 2? Hang on a minute, let's look at this. This gets confusing. Yeah, I might actually need to swap number 4 SATA with number 2. Because number 4 is going to have Windows 7 installed on it, right? Number 4. So it needs to be early on in the order. So yeah, I'm going to be installing Windows 7 on that because I've got Windows 7 on one of these other partitions. I think it, oh, it's actually, you know, I can't find it. It's because I've got it on SSD and the SSD is not plugged in. It's over there on top of my oscilloscope. So the SSD with the old Windows 7 and also the XP AHCI is across the room. So when I actually unplug the SSD that's currently in this position, right? Because this drive is going to have Windows 7 on it. That needs to be at position number 2. Hang on, it says this is bootable. Oh, it might be an error. I don't think there's an operating system on there. Pretty sure there isn't. It might be bootable, but there's no operating system on. That might have been because I installed GAG on it by mistake. No worries, that's not a big deal. I can go into one of my disk management tools and make it unbootable, so it doesn't. That's why it's got put at number 2 position, because it says it's bootable. So I need to remove that boot flag. And the way to do that is I've got a disk, you just put it in the DVD and you boot on it, and you go to you explore your disks and you basically remove the flag, because each hard drive has a flag. It's in the master boot record. It basically tells the computer basically what, if the drive is bootable or not bootable, and it'll try to boot from it even when there's no operating system on it, you see. But if it's got no bootable flag, then it won't try to boot from it, and it will simply say this device is not bootable, because the reason it says that is because there's no bootable flag, right? Oh god, I'm really waffling. Anyway, so yeah, maybe I don't need to swap to and 4. No, no, because it's only moved it to position number 2 because it thinks it's bootable, but it won't be at number 2 if I remove the flag, if you get what I'm saying. I don't know. But this is the blank one, and that really wants to be on number 2 position anyway. So I think I will swap number 2 with number 4. Let's see if that's right. So already I've swapped 5 with 2. So I need, I'm going to write this down because otherwise you get lost. So easy to get lost. Where's my pen gone? Oh, that's not it. Right, so I'm just writing this down. Need to swap SATA two with 4. Right, okay, I worked that out. I've written that down, so when I've done it, I'll just tick it off. Okay, so I'm getting slowly there, because this is such a hassle when you've got multiple operating systems. It really is. So, right, so focus on my phone. So, right, and look at that. My terabyte is now at the end. So, in the previous live stream, my 1 terabyte drive was right at the beginning of the list. Now it's at the bottom, which is where it needs to be, because it's a data disk. It's not bootable anyway. It's just data that stores on backup stuff, you know. So that's at the bottom of the list. I've got that in the right place. I just need to get that number 2 swapped with number 4. Anyway, end of video, because yeah, you don't want to watch me. I'm just finding out. Yeah, I'm just making a record. There's another reason for doing the video, because later on, if I realize I've screwed up, I can watch my video and I'll say, I did that, and then I can undo it all if I need to do. But hopefully I won't need to do that. But I just wanted a recording of it, because let's face it, my memory sucks. Anyway, so let's just hang on a minute. I wonder if any of these, it's not mounted, no. It hasn't mounted that, has it? It must have mounted it. Hang on. Let me just check. Let me just bring up where is it? I was already in there. I want to be in utilities. Disk using analyzer. Let's check. Because it'll tell me here if it's mounted or not. So unmounted. Nope, it's not mounted to anything. Good. I don't need to do, because until I get everything in the right order. By the way, these new cables seem to be working a treat. I'm going to have to put my graphics card back in and see if it's okay, because I was worried about it, because I haven't checked it to see if it's okay or not. I'm starting to think it was just a bad SATA cable or something. Don't know yet. Okay, right, so right, I'm going to shut down and swap SATA with 2 with 4. It's a lot easier to do it on the motherboard instead of trying to get to the SATA cables that are actually connected to the drives themselves, because there's so many, there's power leads and wires and everything. I can't get to them easily. Anyway, I'll shut that down. This shuts down so quick. Yeah, that's how fast it shuts down. Right, end of video. Bye for now. I lost my Linux boot record. I'm not too devastated because it's easy to install Linux again, but so I put the boot repair disk in to check the flags because I think the flags are wrong. Oh, let's see. Hang on. Right, just doing recommended repair on it. I don't know, it shouldn't do any harm. Let's see what happens. Remember, I've got backup images of all my bootable drives, so they're on another. They're in images, so if this messes up, I can always restore the image. But obviously, I can't restore the master boot record because all the SATA drives are on a different order. So, right, let's check it, see what happens. I want so I thought I'd record this because zoom in a bit more. So right, let's check. I want to G-parted. This is a boot disk. This is a CD. G-parted will tell me what flags are assigned to certain disks, and oh, come on, it must be scanning the disks because I'm not seeing anything yet. Hang on, can't get this camera to stay. It's searching, it says. Oh, it must have found that new SSD. So yeah, that new SSD definitely wants swapping with number 4. Well, hang on a minute. Is that make it bigger? Yeah. I can't see. It says unallocated, so it's not seeing my other discs yet. I don't know what's going on here. It's supposed to be a big long list of discs in here, but that's weird. Why can't it see? Yeah, that's the crucial, that's the blank one. That's the blank crucial. Oh, there they are. That's my terabyte drive. Ah, there you are. I found them now. For some reason I couldn't see them. Right, so that's my backup drive. Right, so I don't like the CD version. It's not as good as the software version that you install, but obviously I can't because I'm not in Windows and I'm not in any operating system. So that's okay. Let's see what devices. Ah, right. So that's the XP2 and XP64, and that's device SDD2. It's not solid state. That it's just that's the number. Why are they in different order on here? Because that's my page drive. Well, it's got data stored on it as well. Right. So for some reason, I don't think it recognizes Linux for some reason. It says unallocated, but it's not. One of these has got Linux on it, so that's 111.79 gigabyte. Hang on. The other one's bigger, so the other one that's bigger must be the new one. Huh. It doesn't recognize Linux. What the heck? Oh, right. Dear me, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I had trouble booting up because I used my gag tool, my boot manager again, and I think it's gonna wipe the boot record for Linux. Oops. It's not a big deal. I've only just installed it the other day, but it means I've got to unplug all my other frigging hard drives again. I've got to relabel everything as well. And I'm going to swap to 4 because I haven't done that yet. Right, so this is not helping. So we can't see the let's check. Let's look at information. Right. Oh well, that's no good. Huh. Well, I'm gonna have to reboot. I'll just stop the video because I've made too many freaking videos the last few weeks. Well, last few days. Actually, I will pause a minute. Anyway, I'm gonna swap that SATA 2 with SATA 4 cable, and then I have to relabel everything again because I've got to unplug everything because I went and messed up my Linux installation, so I've got to put that back on again. It's one thing after another. Well, at least that's not end of world. It's pretty straightforward because there's not much on there. I only installed that Caden Light Live, and which I've got to put on again. Oh, dear me, I don't know what happened. Yeah, I just have to remember. Note to self: don't attempt to install GAG on Linux. Because if you install GAG, the bootloader, onto Linux, yeah, bad things happen. So what I will do this time, though, what I will do is I'll leave both the SATA drives, the solid state SD drives. I'll leave both of them plugged in when I install Linux, because that will enable, maybe it'll enable the grub bootloader, which will give me some options. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug all my other hard drives and just leave the um, the Linux solid state drive in. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll install Windows 7 on the blank solid state drive, right? Which is the top one, because there's no operating system on the blank one. After I've installed Windows 7 on there, then I can eject, after I've shut down obviously and turned it off, I can eject that disk, that solid state drive, install Linux. No, actually no, I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in because Linux will automatically create a boot log to boot mounting menu to Windows 7. So if I install Linux on the reinstall Linux again, it will automatically put a bootloader on the Linux distribution to Windows 7. And from Windows 7, I can install the other bootloader, which is GAG, and that bootloader on Windows 7 will enable me to access my other boot drives. Because you see, I can't install GAG, the bootloader, on Linux because it messed it up, which is why I'm having to reinstall it. But I can install GAG on Windows 7, which will give me my other options to my other boot drives. You see what I'm saying? Because for some reason GAG doesn't recognize the NTFS file system, but it does recognize Windows. Obviously, it recognizes that file system. So by installing the GAG on the Windows 7 boot partition, it gives me the options to because it has to store a little file on the partition. When it writes that file, if the format is a Linux system, it corrupts it, and that's what's happened. So yeah, so I'm getting a plan of action. I'm going to make some little notes in my I'm going to write the instructions to myself what to do, the steps, and that way I'm not going to film it because it's going to take me ages. So that way I won't mess up again. Anyway, see you later. Oh well, so I had a bit of an issue with Zorin because when I tried to install the GAG boot loader, you can't put it on a Linux file system because, yeah, I didn't know. But basically it messed up Zorin, so I'm having to reinstall it again. But what I did this time was put Windows 7. I was going to put Windows 7 on a separate drive, on a solid state drive, and I was going to put Zorin on another solid state drive. Well, it didn't want to do that either for some reason. I'm not sure why, but I had to do the Windows 7 without the internet because I had some issues with the internet being so freaking slow, and I can't be waiting for downloads. And anyway, I installed Zorin again as well, which has decided it wanted to put itself next to Windows 7 on the same partition for some reason. Anyway, so I let it do that, but it's running updates, and that, because I left the internet on, it's slowing everything down. It's creeping along really slowly because I probably should have turned the internet off until it done it, and could do the updates anytime really. But so I really just wanted to get the configurations. I wanted to test out the idea of putting Zorin and Windows on separate disks, but for some reason Windows refused to install on the other blank SSD, and I can't understand why, because the blank SSD, maybe it's because it wasn't formatted, I don't know, or maybe there was some kind of other formatting on there, maybe a Linux format and it didn't like it, I don't know. But Anyway, what I'm going to have to do as soon as I can get into one of these operating systems is go and have a close look at the new SSD. So what I did do was I swapped them around in the, I shut the machine down first, and then I swapped the SSDs around in the front drive bay, because to see if I could access it then I could access it then. So there's something to do with the SATA arrangement. For some reason, the SATA arrangement, one of them must be primary, one must be secondary. I don't know, but anyway, I'm trying to figure it all out. But all my other hard drives, you know, with all the other operating systems, Windows XP and all that stuff, they're all unplugged at the moment. So I've only got 3 SATA cables plugged in right now. So obviously 2 SATAs go to the 2 SSDs in the caddy, the front drive bay thing, and the other SATA goes to the Blu-ray drive disc. So all my other hard drives are not connected. So at some point I need to find out if I can actually still boot from my other hard drives, and that's going to be fun. Yeah, I'm leaving that till last because I just wanted to get these sorted out, because you see, if I unplug when I shut the computer off, if I unplug these 2 solid state drives that are in the hot swappable caddy, in theory the other drives on my machine should become primaries. What the hell have I got now? Unable to install grub in dev SDB. What? Yeah, so I don't really like grub, to be honest. So it was in trying to install it on that other SD solid state drive. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on here. I'll have to figure this out. There's something going on here which I haven't managed to. Sorry, I know it occurred, and it was not possible to install the bootloader at the specified location. Choose a different device. Let me just take a photo of that. Where's my... Oh, it's over there, my other phone. I want to take a photo of the actual drive address. I have to use my other phone because I'm recording a video on this one. I'm not live. I was live earlier, but not now. Oh, what might put me? Not the camera. Everything's going flying. So, choose a different device to install the bootloader on. Oh, can I? I'm gonna try that one. That, for some reason. Let's try that one. Oh. So the other one is trying to install it on. Let's try the Crucial, because that Crucial needs to be erased at some point. Try that one. What the hell? I didn't take a photo either. It doesn't matter. These are the sorts of problems I'm getting, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Well, maybe I can use my. I should be able to install my GAG bootloader onto the Windows NTFS partition anyway, and that should still work. So I'm not really worried about too much about grub not working. Let's try a different one. Let's see. Well, Try that one again. Huh. No. Alright, so that's weird. What's going on here? I just don't know. Continue. Oh, I don't know if I can do that because it probably won't boot. I'll try again. No, it won't install the bootloader. What? Continue without a bootloader. Right, okay, well I can probably do that. It says you will need to manually install a bootloader in order to start AWOL'S. Well, I'm going to try that anyway with my gag. We'll try that anyway. So, right, it's going to ask me to eject the disk when it goes and restarts, and then I'm going to stick my gag boot disk in and see if we can do it on there. I don't know what's going on with it. My phone is not lined up. I'll move that out of the way because so it should tell me to eject the disk. Or if it's got no bootloader, it won't. Damn it, let's have a look. It's reading the frigging disk again. I mean the installation disk again. Oh, there it is. Please remove the install. Oh, cool. Thank God for that. Right, I'm gonna stick my gag back in. So many issues. Right. Okay, hopefully my gag will boot. Should do. Don't know what's going on with that other disc. We're going to try this again. 1 8 S. Right, add operating system. Oh, cool. We can see Linux. Yay! My gag can see it. Yay! Brilliant. So, right, B is Windows 7. It's C for Windows. Add operating system D. It's Zorin. Windows 17. Oh, why didn't put lowercase? Damn it. Do that again. Looks like it's going to work. And that will be D. Right. Saving hard disk. Right. I'll do a boot timer. Boot timer 20 seconds. There we go, we got the menu. I haven't finished yet, so cool, that's good. Press 1 to 9 to select an OS. I don't want to boot right now. But yeah, we've got our boot menu for Windows 7 and Xorinos on this disk. So that works. Let's try booting to Windows 7. I don't know if it's going to do it. Oh, it's just previewing, I think. Okay, that's worked. Let's press enter, just escape. Oh, damn it, I already get back to the main menu. Is it because... Let's try... Oh, it's the numbers. Silly me, it's numbers. 2. Right. So, hide inactive partitions. 1. Saving hard disk. Right. Return to main menu. Right. So I want to go back to setup. I want to turn to main menu. A minute. I'll try number 3. What? Sector boot not found or invalid. I don't believe this shit. So let's try Windows 2. Yeah, Windows is working. So I've still got work to do. I've still got to yeah, we had some issues when I was trying to install. It's doing a file check because the partition got resized, and Windows does that when it gets resized. So I'm going to have to figure out. I saved that gag into my boot. Oh shit! Oh damn it! I keep kicking things here. Hang on. It's because I've got the tripod legs really long, and I keep catching them. I'm gonna take my gag bootloader out, and because it looks like I'm gonna have to try and repair Zorin again, which is annoying. Well, this is going to take ages, so I'm going to end the video for now. It's 15 minutes. I'll just do some updates occasionally. I think I finally sorted it. I think I have anyway. After swapping my SATAs around, I've been playing about with it for hours. I finally managed to get the right bootloader, and I found out that my bootloader, my gag, it's already installed on my other SSD. The original SSD, the one that I've had for ages, well, for a few years, and that's where the bootloader is for all the other operating systems. I was trying to reconfigure it basically. So what I've come to the conclusion is, simply put, the removable caddy, the hot swappable caddy, where you put the SSDs in the front of the computer, when you swap that drive out, you're literally swapping out the bootloader as well, because whatever bootloader is on there is, so basically when I put my original SSD in, the bootloader's there for all the other hard drives which I've been using with XP on, right? And also Windows 7, the old Windows 7.
So when I actually shut the computer down and take the original SSD, solid state drive, out, I actually removed the bootloader as well. So when I put another disk, and another SSD in that drive, I'm just keeping it simple, like instead of talking about two, I'm just talking about one. When I put a different SSD in that drive, it no longer has a bootloader. It has whatever operating system is on that SSD. So it could be Windows 7 installed on the SSD, or it could be another SSD with Linux on it. But whichever one I put in there, it doesn't have a bootloader. And that's fine by me, because that's pretty much how I want it, really. Because it simply means that when I boot into Linux, you don't want to be having a bootloader on there with XP and all that anyway, really. So that means that I can access the files on the other hard drives as well. You mount them, basically. You just mount them or unmount them, so I can access my documents and stuff when I've got Linux in. Now, when you put the other SSD in that drive, the removable drive, if it's got Windows 7 on it, then I'll simply have to remap all the partitions into the right order, such as D, E, F, G, H within Windows 7, because Windows 7 doesn't know what order they're in and anything, but that's not a problem. But anyway, I figured it out, I think. So I've just put it into my BIOS again, because all of the non-bootable drives are at the bottom of the list now. And there's a gap in the middle at SATA 3. It says not detected. That's because there's no SSD in that drive, because I actually took it out, right? So it says not detected. But I think it's SATA 3 OOS500G. That is my other XP drive. But the partition information for that drive is on the Kingston SV300S, the boot partition, that is, which is the other SSD. So anyway, it's complicated. It's been giving me a headache trying to figure it all out, because it's years since I did all this stuff and my brain has gone to mush. So let me just check. Boot device priority. That could be a problem. It's still picking up SATA SMSD, which I don't want it to boot from. Hang on, let's try. Right, so that means I've got to go into swap a couple of SATA cables around again, unless it can do it in here. Let's try something. Oh yeah, I could move that up to the first one. But now my Kingston's at the bottom. I want the Kingston at the top. Right. Yeah. That might work. I'm just hoping I don't have to keep going to BIOS to swap these around. It's going to be a pain. I'll try that anyway. At least I know where I can swap it around. For some reason
that other SSD went disappeared off the list for some reason. I'm not sure why. It might be because I plugged the other drives in, it's messed up the order, but it might be okay because if I actually shut down and take that Kingston out, then the boot device will be whatever other drive I put in. So what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to shut, because I'm in BIOS, I'm going to shut the machine off. Right. Take my Kingston out, put the WD drive in, switch it back on, and now it should see the Western Digital as the boot drive. Well, why is it asking me to run setup again? F1. Maybe I should have exited the BIOS first. Okay, right, Western Digital is at the top. Right, let's go to boot. Oh God, I should have saved it, shouldn't I? Oh yeah, I didn't save it, did I? That's why. Ugh, stupid me. Right, so if I go back to right, I need to move that Western Digital up. I went and screwed up because I'm getting tired. Right, Western Digital is at the top now. Now we'll go to boot, device priority. Yeah, that's right. So what, I should have saved the flipping BIOS before I exited. Let me just check everything else is okay. Yeah, it's just, I just didn't save. Right, so it should be okay now. So, right, the Western Digital is at the top. Pioneer, then yeah, that's all looking right. Okay, this time I need to save it. Exit and save changes, but the trouble is I have to shut the computer down as well. Alright. Save changes. You press F8 as soon as I see the Windows message. Oh, I forgot to take the disc out. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I need to take that DVD out. I forgot it was in there. I was just using to sniff around inside the to see what boot drives were in. How the hell did I take that from?
box is it? Must be that one. Okay, we'll have to reboot again. I'm going to do safe mode because I need to do safe mode because I don't want to change anything. So as soon as I get to see Windows, I should get my boot logo, my boot menu actually. It should come up. Oh, bollocks. Ugh. So yeah, I got my boot menu wrong. Freaking it's Windows 7. But it's the old Windows 7. No, it isn't. It's a new one. What the hell's going on here? Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, it is Western Digital. Of course, I swapped it, didn't I? So that's correct. All right, I can boot. I'm forgetting. So this is the one without the boot, GAG boot menu. So I should see all my discs in here. I'm going to have to assign drive letters to them all. Oh, I'm not seeing them. That's weird. Oh, hang on. Ah, there they are. Right. Yeah, all the drive letters are wrong. So I have to going to manage disk management because I have to hide a bunch of operating drives so they don't get messed up. Oh, that's the boot drive, right? So I want that disk. Actually, let's see. Change drive letters. Remove. I don't want the drive. I don't want that mounting because Windows 7 will mess you up. Change drive letters and path. Remove drive letter. I'm just removing the drive letter. That's all. Leave my documents, programs, media. That can disappear. I don't need that. That's for setting stuff up. Remove that drive letter as well. Right, so I just want stuff visible that I use all the time. These are operating systems. I don't want them visible. Right, let's check the next one. It's the CD-ROM. That can stay visible. That needs to be changed to why won't you let me use D? Oh, I know why. It's because another drive was using D before. Okay, I'm going to have to reboot again. So I've removed the drive letters for them. Let's see, what's that one? What drive letter is that? H, what's using D? It must have been one of them primary operating systems using D, and I've just removed the drive letters. So, okay, I've got to reboot again. Close. Reboot. And then I can sort the rest of the drive letters out. Oh, this is such a pain. If you don't have the right drive letters, you don't know where stuff is. Oh, I'm going to turn this big light off because it's giving me headaches. I don't know what it is about those LED lights. I think it's the flicker rate that annoys me. Right, so I swapped the boot drive out, didn't I? And I went and put the WDC in, and that's why I need to sort this flipping stupid log on screen out. Like, manage. Disk management. Right, that is. Oh God, why is it always like this? I can't use the drive that's because it's been used by somewhere else, so I've got to go backwards. Right. That shouldn't have a drive letter. Nope. Right, so let's see. That's using I. Change to F. Change to flipping heck. Where's D? Something's using D. C. This is why I hate Windows 7. It just takes control. It won't let me have E. Well, what's using H? Documents is on H. No, best thing to do is remove all the drive letters. I'm going to remove all the drive letters because that's the only way I can sort this out. Right, so all them drives will disappear now. Let's have a look. They're still there, they just you can't see them. Alright. So I've only got backup
Oh, I need to remove the drive letter for backup as well. Where is it? Right, all the data's still there, you just can't see them in the windows. So I'm going to have to reboot again. I'm going to remove that as well. Change drive letters. Right. Everything should be invisible now. Okay, let's check. Yep. Right, reboot again. Actually, I'm going to shut down first. It'll dump all the cache, hopefully. Then I can assign the drive letters where I want. Okay. Right, let's try starting up again. It's good to have consistent drive lettering, because if you're running a program on one system and you migrate across to another system, that, you know, a config file such as an encoding video file, and it's in a specific folder, and if the drive letters are different, then it messes it all up, you can't use it. But if the drive letters are all the same, the paths are all the same, then it means that you can do an encoding on one system, then copy the config file over to say a documents folder to use on another system without, I need to sort this thing out. I need to do that first, I think. Login. I've forgotten where it is. I don't know what it is on Windows 7. Login, auto login. Oh, damn it. Windows, you're not very helpful. Configure advanced user, select users who can use remote desktop, add, remove, change your account, change your Windows, create administrator, add. I've got some tools that'll do that for me. Windows is useless. There's see, where is it? Login screen, user accounts. It's because of this guest account, probably. I can't remember now. There's a way to automatically log in without having to do it all the time. Anyway, when I enable these drives again, I'll be able to find the tool to do it. Right. Change drive letters. Add. Oh, good. I can do it now. Right. D, where are you? Oh, I've just realised something. You know I can't find it. It's because the CD's using D. Hang on, CD-ROM. Change drive letter. Yeah, it was. Change you to IJ, change you to J. Right. Yeah. Now I've got it. D. E. That's correct. F. That's correct. That's correct. And that's correct already. At last it's got it in the right order. That stays invisible. Right, okay, I've got it all set up now. So when, turn that off. Right, now, all my drive letters are correct. There's a reason for that, you see, there's shortcuts in here. Go back. Right. There's some shortcuts. Like this. Batch file. Edit. And the batch file points to certain places and directories. You see, look. Directory paths and all that stuff. And the drive letters have got to be right. But that won't work on Windows 7 anyway. But flight gear, which is, oh, where the hell are you there? Right, flight gear won't work without the right paths, because the scenery is in these directories, and also the scenery, I hate Windows 7, scenery, loads of it on G. This G is 41.4 gigabytes, and most of that is CBS. All of this is scenery. And the tiny, let me put it on large icons so you can see what that doesn't show because it's STG file. Right, so there's thousands of these buggers. Anyway, I've got my path sorted out on that one, but I won't need to do it on Linux because Linux is just for internet browsing and encoding videos. So yeah, I won't need to do it on that. So if I click that again, how long have I been waffling? 31 minutes. Oh my god. Alright, where's that tool for doing? I hate the search thing. Desktop. Desktop WinXP. No, that's WinXP. I want the one for Windows 7. No, it'll be system config. Oh, it might be under system. Oh, tune up. Tune up portable. That'll do it. Oh, hang on. I need that path. Alright, close that. It should be in here now. Uh, where is it? Uh-oh. It's damaged. I'll have to check my backups later on. System optimizer, is that one working? Okay, it's knackered, it's damaged. Oh, it might be because it's on Windows 7, it maybe doesn't. Yeah, could be that. I think it's 32-bit. Alright, I give up. I'll have to find another tool on I've got some on disc as well, you know, DVDs. I'll have to look on there. Anyway, at least I got my drive sorted out. Yeah, so I'll shut down. And see what happens when I put my other boot drive in. My gag bootloader should be there, and I'm hoping it's not cross-linked or anything, you know what I mean, pointing to the wrong drives. We'll find out in a minute. Yeah, it's there. Right, now, question is it going to boot to the right drive? I'm going to have to press F8 as soon as it starts. I'm going to press 3, and then F8. Oh yeah, it's there. Safe mode. Uh-oh, yeah, the paths are mixed up. So it thinks this system's X64 edition. So I'm going to have to relabel stuff. Okay. So X64 is now... Oh, no, hang on. Home edition's there. Oh, let's try it. Well, it's booting. I'm in safe mode, but I forget, so it shouldn't. That's why I'm getting all this on the screen. Because safe mode is best when you want to check partition locations. So that's what I'm trying to do. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pause because I'm gonna make some coffee. I was gonna pause, and then I put my jumper on because I'm cold, and now I got distracted. Oh, freaking heck. This freaking auto login's disappeared. On this as well. What the heck? I am in safe mode. Oh, that's why it's giving me the logging prompt, because I'm in safe mode. All I want to do is check my drive paths, that's all. It's actually remapping some disk drives, which is what I was afraid of. Yeah, I probably got some cables swapped around. Well, I've got backups of this anyway. Right. Let's see if it's remembered the drive letters. Yeah, it has. Cool. Look, it's remembered them. Page D, documents E, programs F, G, H, I. Yeah, it's remembered them. So that's brilliant. means I don't have to fight about with that. And the CD drives, these are virtual drives, they won't be loaded in safe mode. These are where the scenery is for the flight gear thing, but they won't be mounted in safe mode. So that's cool. It means I can boot up normally without any problems of cross paths. Because if the shortcuts on the desktop, right, they point to different drives. And if the drive is not there, you get broken shortcuts and then it screws up everything. So, for example, this properties, that's pointing to H, right? Find target. There it is. But it wouldn't have been there if the drive letters were wrong. And this points to, oh no, where are we? This points to G. That's correct, so that won't work anymore. House call won't, because it's discontinued. Anyway, that's working okay, so that means that my drive letters should be fine. The only problem is, what happens? What happens when I select one of the other boot menus? So AHI do you work? I need to press F8 after this. Right, got you. Well, that's correct. So the gag boot menus are correct. It's just looks a bit weird for some reason. I am in safe mode though, but I'm going to pause and make coffee because this will take a while. Well, I went and got some quiche. A little bit of quiche. I'm nibbling. All right, that's good. So this is customizing AHCI mode, which is enhanced host control interface, which Windows XP doesn't normally use, but you can do it. But unfortunately, it's not set up in the BIOS right now because of the all of the messing around. Well, I'm in safe mode, so it probably won't be in that mode. But I'm worried that when I boot up in normal mode, it might crash. Oh, all the drive letters are all good, but XB2B doesn't want to be visible, by the way, so that doesn't want to be visible either. X64 won't be visible because it's 64-bit. You see, it's got no drive letter anyway because it's 64-bit. And Windows hid it automatically because you can't access 64-bit systems with a 32-bit Windows. Anyway, I hid the XP2B because I don't want to mess up that other boot drive, which is easy to do when you're booted from a different partition, which is what this one is here. So I'm booted from that one. So on this boot drive, right, this is a solid state drive, and it's got Windows 7 on it, as we saw, and it's got AHCI on it. And this other physical drive has got 2 operating systems on it, which we don't really need to be looking at, right? Unless there's a problem we need to manually go in and fix it, like such as a corrupt DLL or something like that. Everything else can be visible. Right, so I've sorted that out. Now the question is, if I boot it normally, is it going to give me a nasty blue screen of death? We'll find out. Two. Right, is it gonna give me a nasty blue screen of death? Oh, only her. Oh, but she's an angel. You can't even see it on here. It looks all blurred. Fingers crossed. Those are tune-up utilities, customized maps, pictures, and by the way. Oh, it didn't crash on me. Cool. I don't need that synchronized thing working at the moment. Looks like everything's working. It means I've got to do a load more backups again because of all the different partitions. So now the other operating systems are invisible. That were down here, they're not visible anymore. I've hidden them. Right. I wonder if my flight gear will work. Let's just try it. Oh yeah, I forgot this is the installation one. Let's try this shuttlecraft. Oh, flipping heck, this wants resizing. What's my resolution? That's right. Star Trek shuttlecraft. Designed by Seahorse, who is oh damn it, the scenery hasn't loaded. View. So that's another problem. I've got to sort the scenery out. Oh my god, the texture's all messed up. What the hell? My mouse isn't working either. Oh, yeah. Oh, I know why. This particular version of the flight gate isn't compatible with this. Oh, somewhere anyway. Yeah, it looks horrible. I have to go into the other system, the other flight gate. I have multiple flight gates on here, so yeah, that's the flight gate 2016. I don't like it. Anyway, it seems to be working. Cool. Right. So the page file is on the C drive. Yeah, got it all sorted, I think. Anyway, I'll come back to this later because, oh yeah, I was going to look at the HCI, but it seems to be working all right. I can get on with my video encoding now. Not today, but tomorrow. Turn off because I've got to put the. Do I want to turn off? No, I'll just restart in the other system. Well, number 3. And that's my XP64 bit. That's going to that. Yay! I can run my virtual machine. I'm back. I've got so much catching up to do on YouTube. Oh my god. Well, Windows 60 X64 should have the. It should be exactly where I left off. What, 2 days ago? I didn't bother to check boot in the safe mode on here because if the other two systems are alright, then this should be alright too. I disabled all the sounds because I'm often up really late at night on my computer, and I don't like the loud Windows startup logo coming up at 3 o'clock in the morning, especially if the volume's high, and it can disturb my neighbours, so I muted them. Yeah, I did get the status in the wrong order, but it's okay. Windows is fixing it. The drive letters are correct though, that's the main thing. So I can back up everything now. Well, tomorrow or the day after. After I made sure it's all working alright. Let's check. It's still doing its thing. Right. C D E F G H I. Yeah, that's all correct. I can't actually hide XPB on this system because it's using that as the primary boot, so I can't hide it, otherwise I can't boot into Win 64. But that's life, I suppose. It happened when I installed it. Mistakes. But anyway, right, the virtual machine should be where I left off. Oh, I actually shut it down, didn't I? Oh no, it's there. That's exactly where I left off a few days ago. Paused. Now, am I going to get some horrible messages? Resume. Hopefully not. Oh, what's this? The feature supported by the processors in this machine are different from the features supported by the process in the machine on which the virtual machine state was saved. Oh, you may attempt to resume this virtual machine, but doing so may result in unpredictable behavior. Do you wish to resume this virtual machine? No, I'm going to reset it because it could corrupt it. Discard. Right. Okay, that's because of the hard drive swapping around. So now I can restart the virtual machine now. I don't think I've got any more pause. I hope not. Uh-oh, that one's paused as well. Oops. Right. Let's see if it fixes itself now. I have to restart them. Huh? Virtualized AMD requires that AMD be enabled. Continue without visual. Yeah, well, we're gonna have to try it because I don't know what's going on here. Visualized performance counters are incompatible with binary translation. Oh, shucks. This is what happens, you see. Virtualized performance counters require at least one available. Oh, hang on. Is it turned off? Settings. I did expect to have some problems, but not like this. Try again. Alright, I'll try it. It might crash. Nope. Damn it. Oh, so something's gone awry. How come my processors have changed? Maybe Linux has done something to my BIOS or something. Oh, maybe it's in BIOS. I have to go in there. Right, I'll shut it down. And go back into BIOS. See what's going on. This video is getting too long, you know. I think there's a setting in my BIOS for virtual that might not be turned on. Right, where are we? Ah, yep, that's turned off. That's why. Enabled, secure virtual machine mode. That's what it was. Escape. That one's changing as well. Maybe not. Oh, wrong one. I'll leave that. It was just the virtual counters that were set wrong. Um, Save. Right, maybe my virtual machine will work now. Maybe. They were turned on before, and now they're turned off. So that's obviously caused a problem with the. Right, so it's number 3. I'm going to pause. Oh, dear me. Oh, I'll try again, I think. Oops. Did I fix it this time? Oh, it's a bit faster now, isn't it? Yay! It was the BIOS. All the time it was the BIOS. And I reset this virtual machine for nothing. I could have just gone to my BIOS and fixed it before, but my God, didn't know. I forgot. My memory again. So what I want to do is, well, I've already got backups of my configuration files for from Firefox. I'm going to copy my bookmarks and stuff across to the other Zorin, because this Zorin is very slow. This is Zorin 16. It's the older one, because Zorin 17 doesn't want to work on on the virtual machine for some reason. I get weird graphics, it's all wonky, and so it worked great on the host, as we saw. So now you know, if you've got a virtual machine and you keep getting virtualization errors and things like that, then you know what it is. It's your BIOS. It takes ages to load on here. Mind you, I did reset it, didn't I? So it's probably having to repair itself because it's got a swap file that it's having to parse and clean up. Oh my god, an hour and 8 minutes I've been going. Oh. Well, I'm going to copy a lot of these files onto the computer. I'm going to try and edit them all down into one video, or no, multiple parts anyway, whatever, I don't know. We'll just have to see how long here, because I'm hoping that now I've got Zorin on the host drive, it will make speeding up encoding a lot quicker, because I've got more things to do than just sit there for 7 hours for an encoding. Oh my god. I hope it hasn't corrupted this. Mind you, I might have a backup of it. Oh my god, it's getting light outside already. It always gets light on the virtual machine before it gets light in real life, because we're so many hours behind. Right. Did Firefox remember where I was? Yes, it's 5:36 in the morning AM. Oh my god, I've got 9. I've read them all on my phone. Let's check circling the drone. I can't believe I can't believe he's going to fly his drone in this wind. Oh my God, you're braver than I am. And anyway, I don't want to get done for copyright, so that's it. It works. I've sorted it. My computer's all fixed again. Thanks for watching.